I grew up in the 1960s during the Civil War centennial, when the Civil War seemed to be all around me. It was in school. My parents took me to battlefields. It was on TV. It was in the movies. It seemed like it was something that was really important. As I grew up, I realized that it was indeed. I think it's the great turning point in American history. I think it's that moment when Americans answered a lot of questions about what the nation was, but it also opened up all sorts of new questions that we're still arguing about and trying to grapple with 150 plus years later. I came to Auburn for the opportunity to work with graduate students, especially doctoral students, and they've been a delight. I love Auburn students in general. They're wonderful to work with. And it's interesting to me how often my research informs my teaching, but also how my teaching informs my research. And sometimes questions that students bring up in class lead me to think about the answer, and I find myself really interested in the topic. It's a wonderful feeling to realize that students will take away something they've learned from me and put it to use in their own lives. Historians are not just trying to pass on facts, as people assume. I think we're trying to teach people how to think historically, how to find ways to reach back into a given past and understand the people who lived in it and understand those events. That's really what we're teaching. So when students come back to me a few years later and talk about something they've read, or when they send me emails and thank me for a class I taught 10 years ago because it's suddenly relevant in their lives, that's a great feeling. It makes me feel like my career was worth something. I'm Kenneth, and I'm the recipient of the Creative Research and Scholarship Award.